When it comes to Ghost9, I haven't seen anything since their debut. Not for anything other than I just was busy with other stuff and it never really popped up on my radar. And that's not really a good excuse. So I was like, okay, let me do some research. Maybe I'll check out the previous couple comebacks, maybe one or two, because they debuted late last year. They've only been around for a little over a year, and to my surprise, they already have 5 EPs out. Now, that's pretty crazy and downright ridiculous in terms of the amount of songs you're actually putting out. So I'm curious now to actually go back and go through everything and see, did they spread themselves thin with doing 5 EPs? And then also, that's not even mentioning the singles they put out. Or is it all part of like a really ambitious project? I'm really curious to see, but that's all going to depend on today's video with Control. Welcome back, everyone. This is Form of Therapy and to the Culture Study. I'm the channel's video producer and your host. You can call me PD. And today we are checking out Control by Ghost9. As I mentioned, I have not seen anything from Ghost9 since their debut. There were a couple, I think, like notes I had for it. But beyond that, it was okay. So it's been a year. Apparently, they've had 5 EPs and also a handful of singles since then. They've had a couple of lineup changes as well, but I'm curious to see what's going to be the change from their debut to now. As I mentioned, if we enjoy it, if I think it's worth, or if it even piques my interest and curiosity, I might go back and like binge through a bunch of these. But before we get into today's video, let's talk about today's sponsor, me. Guys, if you enjoy the channel and you'd like to support us and you want to help keep the lights on so we don't go hungry in the cold dead of night, well, you can visit our Patreon. These videos are not monetized. If you see any ads, they go to the distributor of the song. So, you know, what actually helps pay the bills is our Patreon. We do reactions to listening parties and hell, if Ghost9 has that many albums, and if the music videos for all those title tracks are good, I might even do listening parties for all those albums. We do those on our Patreon. We also check out variety content, reality content, survival shows, and K-dramas. So if you want to check out bonus reactions and support the channel, visit our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to support us monetarily if you don't want to. Just simply like the video and maybe even consider subscribing. Let's get into today's video. Thanks, everyone, for supporting the channel. This is Control by Ghost9, and this is your form of therapy. Let's turn that up. Whoa. I gotta admit, I am pleasantly surprised. This was actually really, really good. Hell, I think I have to be honest. I think it's more than really, really good. I think it's really great. And I'm having trouble dissecting why it's so great. Because here's the thing. There's nothing really, anything about this that is groundbreaking or they're changing things up or doing things that no one has done before. You know, I think when it comes to both the music video, when it comes to the song, you know, it falls into the typical powerful, badass boy group sound. And yet, there is something about it. There is something about both the song, both the music video, that just feels better crafted than the others. It doesn't feel like a song that's just, oh, okay, this is the hot sound right now. You know, let's do the badass boy group sound. Whoever I think is their A&R, I think is doing a great job at leading the direction of these boys. I certainly don't remember their debut song, but I know I was not as blown away and impressed as I am with Control. And the fact that, from what I'm seeing, I don't know about any of the other music videos, and this does pique my interest, but based on this music video, I'm wondering, did they maintain this quality throughout 5 EPs? That sounds pretty mind-blowing. Now, I think if their singles, the music video productions are, you know, suffering a little bit in either budget or quality, I think those are completely fine. But 5 EPs, that's a lot. And Control so far, you know, it's pretty good. The way it's shot, the choice of camera works, the choice of shots, all look really, really good. I'm surprised. Let's check out the song again. I think what impressed me about the song is, one, that piano that you hear in the beginning. It gives the song, I think, an elevated feeling to it. It feels like the song is much more of a higher quality than most songs tend to be that are in this genre, that powerful, booming, boom, boom, that kind of sound. You know, I think it's like once you've heard it a dozen times. And that's usually how I feel about songs like this. And yet, GHOST9's Control, while it's in that sound space, I don't think it's been done like this. So let's go ahead and check this out again. I mean, already, these little, very small synths already provide a very interesting soundscape. Already, sonically, it gives the song a lot of urgency. You know, it starts with them running away. And I think even the direction of the music video, now that I know what to expect, even with the direction of the music video, it's a very intense music video, but it starts with them running, and then all of a sudden, these synths come in. It really feels like a very cinematic way of editing. I think the director did a fantastic job with that. You know, they use the term maestro in the song a lot, and so to have him use that with the choreography and the way they spiral out in tune with those keys, very inspired, very awesome. This guy's incredible. I don't know his name, but this guy is incredible. I'm digging his voice a lot. And there's not that many male vocalists nowadays who really can pierce my heart like this. His voice sounds like it is powerful, but yet it's very sharp and very high. he doesn't sound necessarily like Kihyun from Monster X, but that kind of same effect that Kihyun has. I love to hear male vocalists being pushed to what sounds like their limit. And not a lot of male vocalists can even hit this kind of range. So that's really, really cool. And I think he adds a lot to this song. Interesting. So then during the chorus, they use like the electronic synth to do the same pattern and melody that you hear in the beginning with the keys, the ba-da-na-na-na-na, except it's done with like this very messier sounding texture right here. Hold on. Right there, yeah. That's interesting. Wow. Something I'm also enjoying about the music video is it seems like they are falling into all the typical go-to scenarios for, oh, this could look cheap, but it doesn't. So what I mean by that is it's a very heavy industrial setting, and honestly, these kind of industrial setting music videos can look very tired very quickly. I think what they nail really well is if you look at this scene in particular right here, they shoot this on a wider lens. It gives the set a lot more depth. If you look at the set in general, there's not a lot of interesting things about the actual location itself. It's just like a cement building, right? What do? They toss on these, what I assume like maybe decals of some kind right there, decals on the ground. And then you've got this giant balloon of the GHOST9 logo, which I'm sure that couldn't have been cheap. But at the same time, it's probably cheaper than entirely decorating this set, maybe. And so you've got like one nice big piece. And I think just like from a design standpoint, it draws your attention to the center, which is really well done. And then they've got the nice backlight in the background. Just like the very bright red, so then it gives like a much more sinister feeling, and then they offset that with the green in front. Very well done. And then the scenes right here as well. This one seems to be not as inspired. You know, you've got the garage bay doors, and all they did was put LED lights on the wall, like so right here. Very quick and easy to do. But when they eventually throughout later into the music video, when they actually open up those doors and they've got a bunch of panel lights in the back right there, providing this glorious spotlight, it just really, really throws you for a loop. I am so impressed by this music video. Oh man, I honestly, I don't know what the budget was on this, but it seems like all the location stuff seems like very easy to acquire locations. and it could have looked really bland and really cheap. And I think, one, the cinematography, they nail it. I'm usually not a fan of like the pale, cold skin look in K-pop music videos. I like a little melanin. But based on the context of this song, the song has like this very chilling atmosphere to it. It's a little horror-esque. And so the pale skin tones actually seem very fitting for the music video. So I really dig that. You know, it couldn't have been cheap to shoot and assemble this giant overhead softbox, but using that overhead softbox and then having like the black void background gives it like a very epic feeling. They're shooting it on a really, really long lens, so then you get like this really flat image, but the flat image doesn't feel too flat because of the black infinite background. It gives it like an unintentional like infinite depth. They sprayed down the ground? My goodness. Let's hold on. Let's go back. Look at that. They sprayed down the ground, which, again, this is also a classic. This is a classic Hollywood move, you know, spraying down the ground of the production so that it reflects the light from the top. It makes it look prettier. There's no other reason for spraying down the ground than just making it look prettier. And it makes the scene look that much better. And can't believe they did all that. Wow. See, you can see whatever this is, you know, some kind of vehicle. There's another one right here. I assume these are the things that's holding the softbox, the overhead softbox propped up. Beyond that, there's nothing else to this scene. And it's so simple. This music video, a lot of it is a very simple approach to a lot of these scenes, but they look so good. Also, this song, just in general, they don't have a lot of the fake rapping, talk rapping. It's either rapping or all vocals. I mean, did you hear that falsetto? And this is the guy that rapped earlier, right? I'm pretty sure this guy rapped earlier. Hold on. This guy up front, I'm pretty sure, let's see. Okay, no, he didn't rap. He has a tone of a rapper. That's what tripped me up a little earlier. But wow. I love everybody's voice. It's not just one person that stands out to me. Everyone, I feel like, is showing off their voice in this song. That doesn't happen a lot in K-pop boy group title tracks. Especially like quote-unquote badass songs like this. They grind their voices or they do something like more stylistic like that. You don't get like actual like vocal power like this. Good Lord, this guy's... He looks like one of the contestants on Loud. Interesting. Wow. So I think what's tripping me up is the first music video definitely did not look like this. This is shot, I feel like, more like a stylized short film style, like not necessarily a movie. It has like cinematic elements to it, but it's more shot like a stylized short film. It doesn't have like the typical color grading and the typical look of K-pop music videos. it's treated way more like a film production, and I find that to be fascinating. And then the song itself, like the instrumental, is really interesting. It seems to lean a little bit into like classical elements, and mixing that with like the badass boy group, that large booming sound, combining that all together is really, really interesting. And also, most of the people in this song, most of the guys in this song, you know, I don't know anybody's names and stuff, so I can't really differentiate voices yet, but it seems to be that most of the guys in this song are actually showing off their voices, hitting some high notes, hitting some falsettos. It sounds awesome. It sounds awesome. Ghost9's Control, you know, this is a giant question mark. This is a giant question mark. I think this is one of those things where context is important. So I think I might actually go back and check out all their previous title releases up until this point, excluding albums and B-sides. We're going to check out titles, singles, and stuff like that, and kind of gauge it from there. And I think if it was a group that had done this over the span of a few years, I wouldn't be as intrigued or interested. But what baffles me is that they did this all within a year, only a 1 year time span. I think that is ridiculous. And I want to see what the evolution of that journey is, how it looks, and if it holds up, and if it was worth doing, if it was an ambitious project that paid off, or if it just seems like a commercial, like money milking move. But based on Control, I mean, if this is their 5th EP in and it's of this quality, it's either going to be like they kept this quality consistent throughout their series, or they just kept getting better and better and better and better. We'll see. So I guess it's a little bit of a tease, but my review on Control by Ghost9 is more so to be continued. Listen, first impressions, I can tell you, yes, this music video is shot really well. It's really, really dope. The song is really dope and it's interesting, but I want to more so take a look at the overall picture of this group, the journey of this group, because I think context is going to be the most important thing here. So, to be continued. Guys, thanks for tuning in to my reaction and review of Ghost9. Thank you to the Ghost9 fans who have been insistent about this video, because I think it wouldn't be possible without your guys' suggestions. So I really like, I'm a very curious person. I ask a lot of questions. I like to do a lot of learning. I like to do a lot of researching. And it's not often that watching a music video makes me want to dive into just the group and just like, I want to analyze all of this. So you have piqued my interest, so thank you very much for that. Stay tuned for, I guess, a kind of like an elaborate Ghost9 study video. We'll get into that. But thanks, everyone, for tuning in. If you'd like to support the channel, you can check out our Patreon. Of course, you don't have to if you don't want to. You could always just simply leave a like, hit the like button and leave a comment as well. Subscribe to our videos and check out our other videos over here. But I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Bye.